Good morning and welcome. Today we're going to talk about enlightenment. What is it? Is that so special, or can this be easily accessible by everyone? The term enlightenment refers to understanding, having an insight, gaining knowledge. So when you are enlightened, you know more than what you have known before. That is a general idea of enlightenment. However, these days the term enlightenment frequently been used as something magnificently special to be achieved, as if someone, by achieving enlightenment, would gain a special status, a special persona. Even when I'm talking about this right now, it's already sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? I mean, if you are enlightened with the first term I have used, which is you gaining knowledge and you gaining insight and you gaining understanding generally about how life is, then what you will learn is that life, which creates us all, is easily accessible to everybody. Everyone, including you, including me, including to our neighbors, whoever they may be. So learning about life, discovering about life, that essence we all made out of, doesn't make us more special. What it makes us is more understanding of who each and every one of us are, because the essence we share is not yours or mine or someone else's. We share the essence we are made out of. We share it. That essence we are sharing is accessible and is a belonging which everyone owns. So knowing about this essence doesn't make us more special or more superior above all. The knowledge of this essence helps us to understand how to be more compassionate, how to relate to other people better, how to relate to this world, and how to be in it. This idea that knowing about our essence is somehow makes you into a superior being, it is a unfortunate misconception, because the more you know about who you essentially are, the more you realize that the persona you thought you were is not who you truly are. You are not a fearful little me who has to go through life with all these limitations and that's all you can know. The understanding that you are made out of life source, that understanding, the nature of that life source is your own, that understanding is liberating you from knowing yourself only as a limited being. Instead, you will know yourself as a limitless essence of life as well. And once you know yourself as a limitless life, you will not go and disrespect all these limitations, because you will know that everything you see, all the limitations you are seeing, is made out of this same essence. And you will be extremely respectful to it. You will not treat it as inferior to sense? And why am I laughing? Because it is so humorous. It is so funny once you come to realize how many people have got this wrong. And not only that, they're chasing and, and trying to attain a special status symbol, which they think that once they get that, that will make them something superior. And the whole goal is not to be superior. The whole goal is that you will find out that life is superior. And once you do, then you go back into the world and live accordingly to this new understanding you have gained. In a way, you're serving the world out of the consciousness you are. You're helping others to recognize that they are precious. How do you do it? Whatever personality you find yourself in, whatever personality is given to you by life, you radiate your understanding through this personality. And whatever job or role or situation you find yourself in, you are radiating this understanding that essentially you are made out of life, and the characteristic of life is peace, love, truth, and beauty. You're reflecting that. And yes, it's wisdom. And yes, wisdom is able to say no to the wrong things and yes to the right things. And will know when to time it, how to time, how to say no in a way where it is helping others to see themselves in a truth, in the reflection of truth, instead of trying to make others feel belittled. That's not what enlightened people do. Because it doesn't matter what your image is of enlightened figures in the past. It doesn't matter what you may imagine what enlightened people do. What matter is that enlightened people have to go back to the world and integrate in the world, and they have to communicate that enlightened meaning, that new understanding, that transformed understanding in this world with others. They have to communicate it. And whatever way they do it, it's perfectly fine. It's meant to be that way. Now, you do not need to be in a special state to understand what I have just said. You can intuitively know. You can know, and most of us do. You can know that you are made out of peace just by simply feeling that I'm okay. Everything is okay. And I am not resisting what's happening around me, but I have a very good skill and wisdom to say no to the things which are no and yes to the things which are yes. I have a good balance. I have healthy boundaries. So you don't actually have to formulate what I am saying to you right now mentally, that you are now enlightened because you know this information. No, it's enough just to recognize it within and live out of that understanding. And more importantly, you will see people do it. May that be that you are seeing someone in action and doing their work. Let's say your garbage collection coming, and the driver is sitting there all day long picking up everyone's bins and emptying everyone's bins, and this person is sitting there peacefully, and every household it touches, it's do it peacefully, regardless that there might be an obstacle in his way, regardless that he has to wait. He's not resisting the flow of life. In that moment, this person is enlightened, meaning this person is reflecting that understanding that peace and goodness is the most important thing in his life. And it's radiating through his actions. I'm going to use another example. Let's say you are a parent and you feel that your child is just woke up with a not so good mood and they're naughty and they're cheeky and like children, just maybe a little bit too playful and you are a little bit too tired. But as a parent, when you are enlightened, meaning when you are aware that peace is important, you will do whatever you can to maintain that peace. Maybe you let the child run around for a while and let that energy subside. Maybe you feed them because you recognize they're hungry, but you will know as a parent what to do. You're not going to start punish the child for being a child. Do you see what I mean? That simple and ordinary actions will be infused with the knowledge and understanding that you are invited to live as a peaceful, conscious being with wisdom, logic, and common sense. And that is what makes you enlightened. Not some superior, special thing or some superior mental story which you will have to fulfill. Because even if that is the case, let's say you are of a leader of a large group and you have to maintain a certain role, and with that role comes a certain posture and certain postulating, because that's the only way you can lead the team. If you present yourself in a format where you have to exaggerate confidence, where you have to show the others a certain standpoint so that others will pay attention to you, and that is normal. That can happen in many, many situations. But within yourself, you can be conscious and say, I know I am playing this role right now, but in this moment, I am using this to radiate peace to others, not superiority. I am radiating peace. I am using my position to make choices which blesses everyone around me and enables everyone around me to feel the same peace I feel within. And then when this person gets off the podium, meaning away from other people's eyes, and goes back in the private life, they have to drop this. They have to drop the character they have played. They have to go and maybe assume a new character. Maybe they are a husband or a father or a son. And in that moment, they have to be that. And in that role, they have to fulfill that role. They have to be themselves. They have to subside right back. Meaning they have to at some point drop playing to be any role, and they just have to be peaceful. May that be when they're eating their dinner, or may that be they taking a shower, or may that be going and cut their lawn, or whatever ordinary action or activity they do. They just have to be themselves. Or may that be they in a traffic and driving amongst all these other people. They're just going to be one of the drivers on the road. Does that make sense? So enlightenment is not about superiority. Enlightenment is not about achieving some special superior role. Enlightenment is about understanding, gaining the knowledge and the insights of who you essentially are, understanding the qualities of who you essentially are, and acting on those qualities, letting those qualities colonize every part of your understanding, every part of your being, every part of your actions and choice and how you relate in this world. I hope this was helpful to you. To sum up, I'm only going to say this. Do not aim for enlightenment as a personal achievement. Instead, go after knowing who you essentially are. Find out those qualities, truth, love, and beauty, the limitlessness, what's underneath the persona, where the persona subsides once the persona doesn't have to be a persona in the day. So find out that piece we all made out of and let it make your life to be a integrated one with the rest of the flow. Because once you do, you will know yourself as someone amazingly abundant. You yourself will be peace, you yourself will be abundance, and you yourself will be that powerful channel where goodness, wisdom, common sense, logic flows. You will model it to everyone around you. Take care, take care. Make sure that you're careful with your choices. Be careful that you're not choosing insights and information for the purpose of building a bigger ego, a bigger illusionary identity. Instead, drop it. Drop all illusions and join that peace. Join that goodness which makes your life flow. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.